I think that they're a side that has recently just lost a game against Basake, and playing at their own home ground. I think they're going to come all out. They need the points as much as we do, so it's going to be a very very difficult game to play. Winchi is a very difficult place to play, but other teams go there to win. Because we also need the points, we're going to go there and we're going to try to make sure that we get the points. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think it's going to be tough. But we're going to go there with a game plan. We're going to go there with just like a wounded lion as well, because, like I said, we need the points as much as they do. So it's going to be one of the games where the best tactical side and the best team that actually wants the point wins. But we're going to go out there and do our best. I think the win against Mediama has like two sides. One side where you score 2 goals and then the team comes back to equalize, and then the other side where you actually got the win. So as much as it's a very sweet victory and it's against one of the tough clubs here in Ghana, you still have a little bit of blurriness, right behind that victory, because it's very difficult to go 2 goals up only for the opponent to come back. So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. It's a good win. We got 3 points, yes, but it took us tooth and nail to be able to get that. We need to be on the side where you score goals and not concede. At the moment, we haven't really done a good job when it comes to that. So we need to score. We need to score and not get scored against. So like I said, it has 2 edges of a sword, where one side is very numb, but the other one is very sharp. So going into this game, we're going to take the victory, but then we're also going to have lessons learned where we'll try not to concede. I think the mood is very good. I mean, whenever you beat one of the top teams here in Ghana, it brews confidence, and it's easy to see at training grounds this week. Everybody's fighting for position. We have some new players that are joining us, and these players are also making it very difficult for the old players to keep their cool and just rest on their oars at the moment. Everybody's keeping everybody on their toes. People are fighting for positions. People want to stay in vision. So it's a good thing for we the coaches, because then you know that you've got players that are willing to fight all the way from minute 1 to the end. And for us, it's really good. But it's also very good to see the boys fighting hard, trying to get out of certain positions, trying to win games for Vision. Since I got here, I think this is the first time that I've really seen players at that level trying to do everything possible to even be part of the trip that's going to Winchi and then also to Karela. So we are hoping that that same atmosphere and the vim they have at the moment, that confidence they have, it will be able to brew it in Winchi and then continue to Karela. Nanakusi Asante is an irreplaceable player, especially in that DM area. He's a fighter. He can win the ball, he can pass, he can dribble, he can do a lot of things. He's very aware of his environment whenever he's playing. He gives you 110%, until his last sweat drops. This boy just doesn't rest. But of course, if you're losing him to national duty, you know that it's for a good cause. This is what the boys are fighting for. This is the reason why they play. They want to make their country proud. So for me as a coach, it's a pride that this boy has been called to the local Black Stars as young as he is. Of course, he's a 19-year-old. Replacing him is definitely going to be very, very difficult. But of course, we've got other people that can fit into the position. Of course, they don't have the caliber as Nanakusi Asante, but they can do a decent job. So of course, we're going to do it. Of course, Kingsley is a very, very good DM who played alongside Nanakusi in the game against Mediama. So somebody else definitely would have to come in and play Kusi's position. We have to make some tactical changes. We can play Kingsley alone, and on attack, we can either invert a player, or we can ask one of the centre backs to step in to create the shape that we want. But whichever be the case, we do have Kingsley, who is still around. So the coaches, we're still trying to see who would join Kingsley in that department to make sure that we're feeling and feeling well. But Nanakusi Asante is definitely an irreplaceable player. Edmond's absence is really, really going to affect the team, especially in the wing areas. Edmond is a very young, bright, who's got a very bright future ahead of him. Of course, he's very young, so we're still trying to fine-tune him. He's got a little bit of temper on him, but of course, as coaches, it's our duty to make sure that we help him keep a cool head and then play his game. The skill set that he carries and how much he's able to carry the team, like you said, on attacking transitions, is amazing. So again, for him as an individual, of course, just like Nanakusi, he's irreplaceable. But we have a very experienced player in Elijah there. He's not the same player as him, but as Edmond, but he gives you a different dimension. He's very experienced. He's calm head. 1v1's very, very good. He can go inside. He's got power in his foot. He can go outside the line, inside, and he can hold the ball and bring other people into play. So Elijah is a very, very good player who can replace Edmond. We have Yemo as well, very nimble-footed player. He's got his head screwed on his neck. He can take people on in those areas and stuff. So we've got potentials that will be able to replace him. But of course, it's up to us, the technical team, to decide who actually plays and who goes to the bench. When it comes to injury, I think that we're really good. I don't think we have major concerns. Joshua Kwame Rue came out of the game with, I think, a toe injury, but it wasn't that serious, so he recovered very early. Again, he wasn't too fit when we started him because he's been on injury for a while. He came back and started this game. It was better for us to start him and for us to cut it short than bring him in the second half. We had to take him off again. So we gambled it and he paid off. He scored a goal. Frank came on. He also did a very good job, but I think Frank also had a little injury, but both of them are really cleared. On the injury list, I think we have Boachi Scholes, one of our DMs, also out. I think he had malaria. But when you take these ones out, I think everybody else is in contention for a position. Agyemang is back, Kwachi is back, Mensah also came back. So I think that we have players that are in contention for these positions, and we just have to make a choice as in who's going, who's coming out, stuff like that. But I think when it comes to injury, we're good. Our goalkeeping department is good. The defense, the midfield area, of course, we're missing Nanakusi Asante and Boachi, but of course we've got replacements. Either that or we make tactical adjustments. But if you look at it plainly, everybody, apart from those who have the red card and those who are absent because of national duty, that. Of course, Labran, who hasn't come back. Labran, very integral when it comes to the left side of the field. Unfortunately, we've missed him in a lot of games. I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that that young man is going to come back because he has a lot and a very good role to play in this team. Yes, I have had the opportunity to watch bits and pieces of their videos because my video analyst does a good job compiling, how they play out and which sides they're strong on, how they press when you have the ball. Young Apostles have a very good midfield. They are very strong in terms of winning the ball. Their transitions are very good. They play a lot more on the wing area. So we've done bits and pieces to try to curb the way they play. But then, of course, they also have a new coach that has come in, meaning that definitely tactical changes and stuff like that is going to happen. And that is what makes it a bit more dangerous. We saw them against Basake. We saw them against Mediama. But the new coach has come in. Of course, his first game he lost against Basake. But that makes them dangerous because now he will make more tactical changes coming home, probably even in terms of personnel and all of that. So we're going to take the games. We're going to look at the games, the way they play, but we're not going to depend on it because, of course, changes and stuff like that will happen once there is a new technical man in charge of affairs. So we're going to go out there. We're going to play our game. The way we attack, the concentration is going to be on how we attack, how we defend, and then again on the transitions, both offensive and defending transitions. We're going to base all of that, and of course we're going to look at our set pieces as well. So probably once the game starts, we will make in-game tactical changes and all of that. But we're not going to depend on them so much just because the technical team has changed. First and foremost, I want to tell the fans that, look, AWO fans, we are all family. We are fighting for the same cause, and we as a technical team, sometimes we need this win even more than the fans, because it goes on our CV. The fan is there to be happy, enjoy the game, go home, and that's it. But for us, we need the results, we need the success, even to build our CVs and all of that. So I just want to assure them that, look, we are working very hard to make them happy, to bring back the AWO that they know. It's a different animal when you're playing in the Premiership. The Premiership is unforgiving. It's very different from Division 1. So I want them to help us. I want them to cheer the boys on. It doesn't matter whether we are drawing, we are losing, we are winning. All the boys have to feel it's their support, and that's what we do as a technical team. It doesn't matter what the result is. But so I really want the AWO fans to be there for the boys, pray for them, chant for them, cheer them on. If you have anything, do it against the opposition, not against your own team. And let's see the real AWO fans. Those who can come to Wenchi, come to Wenchi. If you can come to Tamale, come to Tamale. Those who can't, look, be with us in prayer and everything, and we promise to make you proud.